What if your stress is silently rewriting your body and mind daily? Most people never realize stress is not just emotional, but deeply physical. Every heartbeat, thought, and breath can be influenced by hidden stress responses. This invisible force can quietly reshape your health without any warning signs. Imagine your body constantly reacting as if danger is always present around. Stress is not your enemy, but misunderstood survival mechanism in disguise itself. Your brain activates ancient systems designed for life-threatening emergencies only instantly, but modern life triggers these systems repeatedly without real physical danger present. This mismatch between biology and lifestyle creates silent long-term damage patterns. Scientists now study stress as major driver of chronic illness worldwide today. Your hormones shift instantly when stress signals enter your nervous system rapidly. Short bursts of stress can actually improve focus and performance temporarily slightly. However, chronic stress slowly breaks down immune and cognitive systems over time silently. Your body cannot distinguish emotional stress from physical life threats directly affecting response. This explains why anxiety feels like physical danger in body responses activated. Stress response evolved to help humans survive immediate environmental dangers, efficiently activated. Today, that same system activates during emails and deadlines, constantly daily stress. Your nervous system remains on alert far longer than needed necessary state. This prolonged alertness drains energy and disrupts internal balance significantly consistently now. Sleep becomes one of the first victims of chronic stress patterns observed. Even when resting, stressed mind continues processing unresolved problems constantly throughout sleep cycles. This is why people wake up feeling exhausted despite sleep duration experienced. Stress also impacts memory formation and decision-making abilities daily, significantly everyday life. Your brain prioritizes survival over creativity under constant pressure, instinctively shifts focus. That is why thinking clearly becomes harder during stressful periods frequently observed. Stress hormones can physically reshape neural connections over time, gradually impacting cognition. This changes how you respond to future stressful situations significantly over time. Long-term stress increases risk of heart-related diseases significantly observed globally. Even digestion slows down when stress response dominates body systems consistently activated. Muscles remain tense, leading to chronic pain conditions developing gradually over time. Stress creates feedback loop that reinforces anxiety over time cycles repeatedly intensifying. This loop becomes difficult to break without intervention conscious effort required now. Mindfulness practices help interrupt automatic stress response cycles, effectively proven scientifically methods. Breathing techniques directly influence nervous system regulation instantly, significantly reducing stress responses. Understanding stress gives you power to control reactions consciously, effectively over time. Your awareness becomes first step toward emotional resilience, building gradually developing strength. Small daily habits can dramatically reduce overall stress impact, consistently practiced daily. This is where transformation from stress begins to healing gradually unfolding naturally. Most people underestimate how deeply stress shapes their identity, personally, psychologically over time. Stress is not just feeling, but full body experience, completely integrated system. Every organ system responds differently, yet simultaneously under stress conditions affecting body. This complexity makes stress both powerful and dangerous, simultaneously impacting life health. Recognizing stress signals early can prevent long-term damage effectively, significantly now. Your body constantly communicates stress through subtle physical cues, everyday, unnoticed signals. Learning to listen improves mental and physical well-being, greatly overall health outcomes. This awareness helps you regain control over internal balance effectively, consistently now. Stress management is not luxury but essential life skill necessary today always. Without it, Modern life becomes overwhelming and unsustainable, emotionally, physically, mentally exhausting. Science shows small interventions create massive health improvements over time, consistently proven. Even brief relaxation can reset nervous system activity effectively, immediately observed now. Your body has natural ability to heal from stress efficiently given conditions. Consistency in stress management determines long-term well-being. Now imagine understanding exactly what happens inside your body during stress moments. Scientists describe stress as a full-body survival activation system response mechanism. Your brain immediately detects threats and sends alarm signals throughout entire system. This process begins in amygdala, emotional center of fear detection, instantly triggered. Once activated, hypothalamus releases hormones that prepare body for immediate action response. Heart rate increases rapidly, pumping blood to muscles and vital organs quickly. Breathing becomes shallow and faster, increasing oxygen supply for emergency readiness state. At same time, digestion slows down, conserving energy for survival priorities only. Muscles tighten, preparing body to either fight danger or escape instantly situation. Cortisol floods bloodstream, helping sustain energy but harming long-term balance health. One real example is student preparing for final exams under extreme pressure. Their body reacts same way as if facing physical survival threat directly. This causes sleepless nights, rapid thoughts, and constant worry cycles repeatedly experienced. Over time, repeated stress exposure begins changing brain structure and function gradually. Neuroscientists found chronic stress shrinks hippocampus, affecting memory and learning abilities significantly. This explains why stressed people often forget simple tasks and details quickly. Stress also disrupts prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making and logic processing. A woman working multiple jobs may feel constant, overwhelming mental exhaustion daily. Her body remains stuck in stress mode even during rest periods regularly. This prevents true recovery and leads to emotional burnout over time gradually. Scientists call this state allostatic load, long-term stress accumulation, damage physiological. It slowly weakens body systems, even when no immediate danger exists present. Stress impacts immune cells, reducing ability to fight infections effectively over time. Even skin conditions like acne and eczema worsen due stress responses activation. A businessman under deadlines may experience chest tightness and irritability daily frequently. These physical symptoms are not imagined, but scientifically proven stress affects responses. The nervous system cannot differentiate between real and perceived threats accurately always. That is why public speaking feels like life-threatening experience for many. Stress response, once helpful for survival, now misfires in modern life frequently. Researchers discovered link between chronic stress and depression development patterns clearly shown. Brain imaging shows hyperactive amygdala activity in stressed individuals consistently observed widely. This makes emotional reactions stronger and harder to control effectively over time. Stress also interferes with hormone balance, affecting reproduction and metabolism systems significantly. Long exposure to stress can even alter gene expression patterns in humans. This field of study is called epigenetics in modern science research today. A child growing in stressful environment may develop heightened stress sensitivity later. This creates cycle where stress begets more stress responses automatically repeatedly formed. Breaking this cycle requires awareness and intentional regulation of emotions daily practice. Even simple breathing exercises can reset autonomic nervous system, quickly effectively proven. Scientists emphasize importance of parasympathetic system for relaxation and recovery functioning properly. Real-life case shows firefighter handling emergencies with controlled stress response training. Training allows him to stay calm under extreme life pressure situations effectively. His brain learns to regulate fear response through repeated exposure training sessions. This shows stress is not always harmful when properly managed, scientifically proven. Controlled stress can enhance focus, memory, and performance under pressure, temporarily improved. Problem arises when stress becomes constant, without recovery periods allowed naturally required. Modern lifestyle rarely gives body time to fully recover from stress cycles. Sleep deprivation worsens stress effects, making recovery even more difficult long-term. Over time, brain begins to perceive normal situations as threats automatically triggered. This is why anxiety disorders often develop from chronic stress exposure patterns. Understanding this science helps people stop blaming themselves unnecessarily for stress reactions. Learning stress science empowers better emotional control and resilience, building over time. People who understand stress respond more calmly under pressure situations naturally observed. Awareness transforms fear into informed response rather than panic reaction instantly improved. Science proves stress is manageable through consistent lifestyle adjustment.
Here comes the surprising twist. Most people never expect about stress itself. Stress is not purely external event, but internal interpretation of experience itself. Your brain reacts more to meaning than actual physical circumstances around you. This means two people can face same event with totally different stress responses. One person sees challenge, while another sees threat in identical situation instantly. That difference alone changes everything happening inside body and mind completely. Immediately, researchers call this process cognitive appraisal, shaping physiological stress response directly significantly. In other words, your thoughts decide how intense stress becomes physically experienced. A powerful discovery shows mindset can reduce stress hormone levels significantly naturally. This changes everything we thought we knew about stress science entirely before. Even imagined threats can trigger same biological stress response as real danger. That is why anxiety often feels physically real and overwhelming inside body. Your nervous system believes what you repeatedly focus attention on strongly most. This creates feedback loop where thoughts amplify bodily stress, sensations continuously over time. Scientists discovered brain cannot always distinguish between real and imagined stressors clearly. This explains why worrying about future events can harm current health today. Your body reacts to thoughts as if they are physical reality itself. This is where true power of mind over body becomes visible clearly. Athletes use this principle to control performance under extreme pressure situations successfully. They train brain to interpret stress as excitement instead of fear response. This mental shift changes entire hormonal reaction inside human body system dramatically. Doctors now use cognitive behavioral therapy to retrain stress responses effectively clinically. Even simple reframing of thoughts can reduce anxiety symptoms significantly over time. Your interpretation of situation matters more than situation itself. Scientifically proven research, this insight shifts responsibility from external world to internal awareness control. Gently stress becomes less about avoiding life and more about managing perception skillfully. People who master perception experience significantly lower chronic stress levels overall consistently. This is where neuroscience meets psychology in powerful, life-changing way practical. Your thoughts literally shape biochemical responses inside your body every moment alive. That realization alone can transform how you handle stress forever going forward. Stress is therefore not enemy, but communication system guiding awareness itself. Clearly, it tells you something needs attention adjustment or emotional processing within yourself. Listening to stress helps decode what mind truly needs daily attention and care. This perspective turns stress into teacher instead of silent destroyer within life. Every stressful moment carries hidden information about your internal state today present. Once decoded, this information becomes tool for personal growth, transformation. Powerful insight. This is deeper layer of stress science most people miss completely. Often, understanding this shifts you from victim to observer of stress patterns. Clearly, that shift alone dramatically reduces emotional reactivity over time with awareness and practice. Your brain begins rewiring itself once perception changes consistently over time naturally. This is why mindset training has real measurable biological effects, scientifically proven. Stress management becomes less about control and more awareness of internal processes. That awareness is foundation of emotional intelligence and resilience development over time. People often underestimate power of simple thought, restructuring techniques, daily practice methods. Even 5 minutes of reflection can change stress response patterns significantly over time. This shows power of intentional thinking in regulating biological systems effectively naturally. Stress science ultimately teaches balance between reaction and understanding clearly and deeply. Without understanding stress, you remain controlled by unconscious responses completely most of time. But with awareness, you gain power to interrupt those patterns consciously now. This is where transformation from stress to strength truly begins internally today. Your brain is adaptable and capable of lifelong change, always proven scientifically. Stress does not define you, but how you respond does truly matters. That realization creates space for healing and emotional growth within yourself. Over time, stress becomes manageable once you understand its true mechanism fully and clearly. Science gives you tools to regain control of inner balance effectively daily. This knowledge empowers.
Now let's uncover what long-term stress quietly does inside your body. Unlike short stress bursts, chronic stress slowly reshapes entire biological systems deeply. Your body is designed for recovery, but modern life disrupts that cycle. When stress never stops, healing mechanisms begin to weaken gradually over time. The immune system becomes one of the first areas affected strongly. White blood cells lose efficiency when cortisol levels remain elevated, constantly present. This makes your body more vulnerable to infections and illnesses repeatedly occurring. Even minor colds can feel stronger when stress is continuously active. Doctors observe higher inflammation levels in people under chronic stress conditions. Inflammation silently damages tissues even without obvious symptoms appearing immediately present. This is why stress is linked to heart disease and diabetes risks. Blood pressure also rises when stress hormones stay active too long continuously. Over time, this strains cardiovascular system, significantly increasing health risks overall body. A working professional under pressure may not notice this internal damage happening, but inside, heart and vessels are working harder than normal, constantly stressed. Brain also undergoes structural changes due to prolonged stress exposure, repeatedly ongoing. Memory centers shrink slightly, affecting learning, and recall abilities significantly over time. Focus becomes harder because attention systems are overloaded with constant worry signals. This explains mental fog experienced by many stressed individuals daily regularly occurring. Sleep quality also declines because nervous system stays partially activated at night. Even during sleep, brain continues scanning for threats unconsciously, without awareness present. This prevents deep restorative sleep necessary for full-body recovery processes. Over months, this leads to chronic fatigue and emotional exhaustion states developing. Muscles remain tight, creating tension headaches and body pain frequently experienced daily. Stress also disrupts gut health, affecting digestion and nutrient absorption efficiency significantly. Many people experience stomach issues during stressful life periods, regularly occurring symptoms. The gut and brain are closely connected through nervous system communication pathways. This connection means emotional stress directly affects physical digestion processes, constantly active. Hormonal imbalance becomes another major effect of long-term stress exposure sustained. Cortisol disrupts reproductive hormones, affecting fertility and energy balance significantly over time. Even skin health reflects internal stress levels through acne or aging signs. This is why stress is often called silent body transformer in science. A student preparing for exams for long periods may notice physical changes. Hair loss and fatigue are common signs of chronic stress exposure present. These symptoms are not imagination, but biological responses happening inside body systems. Over time, stress also alters metabolism, leading to weight gain or loss. Body begins storing fat differently due to survival mode activation, continuously active. This is why stress makes physical transformation visible in unexpected ways often. Emotional health also declines as neurotransmitter balance gets disrupted in brain chemistry. Serotonin and dopamine levels drop, affecting mood stability and motivation levels greatly. This creates a cycle of sadness, irritability, and low energy states repeatedly experienced. People often mistake these effects as personal failure instead of biological response. But science clearly shows these are stress-induced changes in body systems. Understanding this removes self-blame and replaces it with awareness and compassion. Stress is not just mental feeling, but whole-body biological experience, deeply integrated. Every system communicates stress differently, but all are affected simultaneously together. This interconnected damage shows importance of early stress management in life today. Ignoring stress allows it to accumulate and slowly weaken entire system gradually. Recovery becomes harder. The longer stress is left unmanaged, without intervention present. However, body still has ability to heal when conditions improve properly created. Reducing stress allows immune system to regain strength and balance naturally restored. Sleep improves when nervous system returns to calm regulated state consistently achieved. Hormones stabilize when stress signals decrease over time with proper care applied. This shows stress effects are powerful but not permanent if managed correctly. Your body constantly seeks balance and healing when given opportunity and support. Small lifestyle changes can reverse many stress-related damages. Now the journey reaches its most powerful and life-changing final stage. Understanding stress is only valuable when you learn to manage it daily. Science shows stress is not something to eliminate, but to regulate wisely. Your body already contains built-in systems for restoring calm and balance. The key is learning how to activate those systems intentionally and consistently. One of the fastest tools is controlled breathing that resets nervous system quickly. Slow, deep breaths signal the brain that danger is no longer present. This immediately reduces heart rate and calms stress hormone production naturally. Another powerful method is physical movement, like walking or light exercise regularly. Movement helps release stored tension from muscles and improves mental clarity instantly. Even 10 minutes of daily walking can significantly reduce stress levels scientifically. Sleep is another critical pillar for stress recovery and emotional balance restoration. A well-rested brain handles challenges with greater calm and stability overall. Without sleep, even small problems feel overwhelming and harder to manage mentally. Nutrition also plays an important role in stabilizing stress response systems effectively daily. Balanced meals support brain chemistry and reduce mood fluctuations caused by stress. Hydration is often overlooked, but directly affects energy and focus levels greatly. Your brain functions better when body is properly hydrated throughout the day. Mindfulness is another proven technique that trains attention to stay present moment. It helps break cycle of worrying about past and future continuously mentally. Even few minutes of mindfulness practice can shift emotional state significantly quickly. Journaling thoughts helps release mental pressure and organize emotional experiences clearly effectively. Writing reduces mental clutter, allowing brain to process stress more efficiently naturally. Social connection is also a powerful stress buffer supported by scientific research widely. Talking to trusted people reduces emotional burden and increases sense of safety. Isolation often intensifies stress, while connection helps regulate emotional responses naturally effectively. Laughter is another underrated but powerful stress-reducing biological response mechanism naturally. It releases endorphins that improve mood and relax body instantly and deeply. Even small moments of joy can reset emotional balance significantly over time. Perspective shift is equally important in managing stress effectively in daily life. When you reframe challenges as opportunities, stress becomes more manageable mentally, emotionally. This cognitive shift reduces fear response and increases problem-solving ability greatly. Training your mind takes practice, but results are scientifically proven and lasting. Consistency matters more than intensity when building stress resilience over long term. Small daily habits compound into strong emotional stability over time, naturally developed. Stress mastery is not about perfection, but awareness and steady improvement daily. Every time you pause before reacting, you are rewiring your brain positively. This creates space between trigger and response, where control becomes possible again. Over time, this space becomes your greatest tool for emotional intelligence growth. People who master stress do not avoid problems, but handle them differently. They respond with clarity instead of reacting with panic or overwhelm emotions. This difference transforms both personal life and professional performance significantly over time. Stress becomes signal instead of threat once properly understood and managed consciously. Your body stops living in constant survival mode and returns to balance. Energy levels rise when internal systems are no longer overloaded constantly daily. Mental clarity improves, allowing better decisions and stronger focus in life overall. Emotional stability becomes natural state instead of rare temporary condition experienced. This is what true stress mastery looks like in everyday practical life. Science confirms humans are capable of retraining stress responses at any age. Neuroplasticity allows brain to adapt and change throughout entire lifetime continuously. This means it is never too late to regain control over stress. Your future is not defined by past stress patterns or reactions experienced. It is shaped by new habits and conscious choices you make today. Every small step toward balance creates long-lasting transformation in body-mind. Knowledge turns confusion into clarity and fear into practical, actionable control. You are now equipped with science-based understanding of stress and recovery. Real change begins when you apply this knowledge consistently in daily life. Mastering stress is mastering why.